the month of us with holidays going on and everything being dispersed and all of us on different schedules. But we are back together as a group. It is Thursday. Thank everyone for coming out here and hanging out with us. This is Here the Spirit, presented to you by Noel Game Day. I am Logan Robinson. With me this evening, D-Lou. Dustin Lewis is back after engaging to his fiance, beautiful fiance. Welcome back, Dustin Lewis, lead writer and editor at NoGame.com. Austin
Came
VZ.
back with a ring.
Well, you got engaged to, or you engaged to her? Like, that's not how it works.
I don't know. Same
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
she probably asked him and was like, "Hey, for the picture, can you put one on?"
That's practically how I think it went. Austin VZ, our lead basketball writer, is over here waiting for a basketball game to be played. Nate Greer, lead recruiting insider, is always here with us. And then adding on, Carlos Williams, 2013 National Championship. We're going to talk about that in a few, but also he's got some updates too on the Canadian Football League and his status there. Things are starting to heat up, and he got some new news with his contract. So we got a lot of energy. What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh man,
What's
Getting
up?
back to normal. Finally, 2020 is over. We can see
How's that hip, Austin?
new something different.
It's
See
been
something
so
different.
it's been so long since you've been on a podcast. I'm not even on crutches anymore.
Yeah, Dustin. It's,
Good to hear. You can walk around now.
I can walk around. I can drive. I'm working again.
Yeah, I guess it has been a minute.
Yeah, last time we talked, I don't
been a
think I
while.
had the surgery yet.
Well, see, this is how it usually goes every year. Whenever I need to do something with Dustin and NBA season is going on, it all is surrounded by when the Celtics game is. That's why I always
There's a
have
lot
to,
of stuff going on.
Yeah, well, they didn't even play last night. They just walked out, right? They didn't even play.
Oh, they
last
played.
night. Did they?
Yeah,
they
I thought,
played. They
I
just
thought
took
they
a
were
nap.
going to walk out, but yeah, they played. Good game, too. Glad they played.
how many y'all getting ready for craziness after last night? That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, that
all,
was a wild,
all yesterday, man.
that was a wild day.
Yeah, I was up till like 4 a.m. watching the damn news.
You watch the news? Are you 40?
I was
No.
like, what's going on here?
What's happening?
What's all these objection stuff mean? And I was like, why are so many damn people talking? Did y'all watch any of that thing? Every person talked. I'm like,
Yes.
tired of the speeches.
You on C-SPAN?
But I got an attention on C-SPAN.
Jesus, yeah, no, that
I
was
don't
a
think
wild.
that came out. I don't think that came out right.
That was a wild.
That just hey, is you ever just turn on something on TV and it takes you back? You just like, whoa, that's what it was. Like you like, hey, you got a text, hey, come on your TV real quick. And that's what you do. And you're like,
Mhm.
hey, open your phone real quick. Go get on Twitter real quick. You open your phone, you're like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
And you be like, that. That's what it does. You're like, what is that? I mean, it's craziness.
I'm
Pure
just
craziness.
Yeah, I'm just glad though. Right now, there's sports to be able to give us a distraction, because if there wasn't, I feel like this would have, this whole thing that went down in Washington D.C.
It
would
would
have lasted a
consume.
lot longer. It would have lasted.
It
a
would
lot
consume.
longer.
It would consume. It would consume everything. like-
Sports.
It would be nothing else. It would be nothing else to talk about. I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
feel that. I agree with that.
So I was like, that's craziness, but I think sports is going to save us this weekend. And there's been NBA has been doing very well, and obviously playoffs began. Great slate on Saturday. We'll talk about that. We're also going to go back and the anniversary, 7 years since the 2013 Natty. Carlos, are you still in the same shape of that 2013 Natty? You want to talk about that for a second? No, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get out. We'll talk.
Tried me. Like, hey, you tried me for the last time. You got to line it up and race me.
I know, that's
And
what I'm
I'm
saying.
going-
This is my best bet to
Yeah,
do it now
'cause-
before
yeah,
you start
'cause-
training.
You be trying me. I've been in game shape.
You're just
I've
lying.
been in game shape.
I've seen
been in game
you
shape.
in person.
I look good, baby. I don't know
Your
about
wife,
you, but I look
you
good.
listened to your wife too much. She's just saying some sweet things.
That's not biased.
Oh man, college football playoff. We'll recap that. We're gonna give our predictions for the national championship, and we can start off. Kicker Parker Grothhouse was actually a walk-on at Florida State. Just earned a scholarship that just broke out on Twitter just a few minutes ago. What does that do for Ryan Fitzgerald, who was on scholarship? What does that do there? But seems like he earned his stay, and any takes on that one, Nate? You know, big news here. This is special teams. Kickers matter. Nate doesn't give a damn.
I think that
You have any good
Um,
analysis for the kicker?
nah,
the walk-on
I-
kicker?
congratulations. I think that tells you the direction they're going with Fitzgerald.
Yeah, interested to see where that takes him and where his future lies.
I mean, they pretty much benched him last year for pretty much most of the season after he missed what 2 kicks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does he punt too? Does he punt or just kick field
No.
goals?
No, I don't. No, he doesn't.
Right,
I-
they
He's
got-
just 2 scholarship guys that kick field goals.
one of them
Are
is
they-
going
are
bye bye.
Are these guys? Yeah.
one of them's
Is he gone
bye-bye.
now? Is he gone today? I think the same day that you give that guy a scholarship, you got to take his away because you guys got to replace it. Like you don't have 2 scholarship kickers at the same time. You don't do that.
No.
I'm guessing
So-
probably in exit meetings, Fitzgerald
Okay.
probably told his staff he was leaning toward
Gonna leave.
transferring, or they
Okay.
told him to probably transfer,
Okay.
and then that's why he's getting the scholarship. So then Fitz will probably, announce he's going to enter the portal within like a week or so, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I was because that's the bro. That don't make no sense. You don't have
it
2
doesn't.
scholarship. 2 scholarship
Nah.
kickers. You're wasting scholarships and money and books
Yeah.
and room and board.
Books.
I'm just saying. Like, be honest with you.
Did you
when
ever
we had
use a
Case and
book?
Beatty-
Did you ever use a book? And
When we
You
had
never
Case and
used the
Beatty,
book.
I would rather Aguayo used to punt. Hey, Bertram, can you punt please? Because he be shanking them. Like it was bad. Beatty was not a good punter for us. I'll just be honest. So
That a year he was pretty solid.
No,
I
he
was
was
his roommate. He was not solid.
he was bad. He was bad.
I lived with him. He wasn't solid. Don't. He wasn't solid.
He was bad until his senior season. He was fine
Thank
his
you.
senior season.
He
But
That's
he
what I
was not-
said. Natty season, he was all right.
That
was-
wasn't
he was
his
a
senior
sophomore.
year.
He
That
was
was
a
my
sophomore
hardly
that
needed
year.
that.
He
He was
season, though.
trash.
I
He
mean,
was
90
boo-boo.
90 season he
Boo.
wasn't really needed.
He wasn't good. I mean, we
sucked.
faked the punt. We faked the punt in a very pivotal moment in the game. You think it was because he can punt? No,
Oh,
we
it was
faked
because
he
it was
couldn't
because y'all
punt.
needed that first down.
No, it's because he was trash. Our defense was top
I
3 in the
mean-
country in every statistic. He was trash. We took a gamble.
I'm starting to figure out that Kaysen wasn't a very good roommate. for the Cardinals.
No.
Don't
I
even.
guess
You
not.
have
Don't
some
even.
you have some transgressions with it.
Hey, we're giving special teamers a lot of love
That's
this
how I
week.
met my wife.
Huh?
Living with him.
Has he punted?
She was my leasing. She was my property manager. I used to go up to the leasing office and mess with her.
So
all
is
the
that
time.
you're trying to
That's
get a
how I met
discount
her.
where you're trying to get a discount? That's
Who
what you
you
thought you
got
were going to get out
trying
of
to
it. You thought that's
Know
what you're going to
I'm
get out.
saying?
But look
Free
what you
rent.
did. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Ain't no discount no
free rent.
more. Ain't no discount no
kids.
more. Yeah, 3 kids.
No free rent.
Yeah, no discount no more.
Tax
Grant,
exemptions.
hey, Dustin, I think was teary-eyed when we talked about this in the production meeting. Grant Glennon, long snapper, is
Yeah.
intending on transferring. Has entered the
The
transfer
goat, the goat is gone. Our culture's.
Didn't
That
he,
might have
start, didn't he start at long snapper, or am I lost?
Practically.
Did he get hurt?
Didn't we, I felt like
He got
didn't we grade shirt somewhere? Or am I tripping?
I mean,
You gray shirted a long snapper?
I feel like we did. It may have been a few years ago, but I feel like we
Shirted a
did.
long snapper.
well, no, Grant didn't play in the first game against Georgia Tech due to health things, and everybody knows what that was. He was going through protocol for COVID. Didn't play that game, but I believe for the rest of the season he was starting. But
He's
I
a
it's very
Tallahassee native
Tallahassee
and
native.
everything. Like,
Yeah, I talked about this. I don't know where I talked about it, but Tallahassee native. He has a girlfriend here. He's been dating for so long, and she's also a local here. Family's here. All his family's here. Actually, I worked with him at my job now currently, so I don't know what the situation. It was.
I think they
just
recruited
weird.
over him.
Well, who? I want to
dang,
know who
well,
the
if you
5-star
guys
was.
are so close, why don't you reach out?
I know.
Let him get his time. When we're friends, let him get some time. Let him process the vibe. You can't just go after special teamers
I think
like
bringing
that.
in
Give him some time. He entered the portal. Like his dog didn't die. Go message the man.
Could have.
bringing in the number 1 long snapper in the country, and then also trying to get
see-
another kid to walk on the
How do you
Fitzgerald
quantify long
or,
snappers?
Grant
I
Glennon
wonder what
was
you gotta
the
do to be
top.
number 1 long snapper in the country.
Grant Glennon was the top guy coming in. He was the best long snapper in the country when he was recruited.
that whole
What is the
Coles,
criteria?
the Coles kicking camp. They have different metrics and stuff that they
Snap
measure.
fast.
How
I
can you
did that.
quantify a snap?
Like what qualifies as
I'm gonna
a
be
perfect
honest.
snap?
They
Not
do it
time.
by the
Not-
speed.
not
You got to do it
Yeah.
like under
I mean-
under a third of a second or something. Like you gotta.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
Don't do that.
I hate everything about this.
What? Well, we're all back. You can tell we're all back together here.
Yo.
Oh man,
But
there's no other
Number one long
podcast that
snapper
gives
in the
this.
country. Great. Can't wait to see
What's
him.
his name? I don't know his name. I don't know.
What does he look like? A long snapper?
Aren't they like usually
Yeah.
like they're like usually 5'8" to 6 foot? They're probably like 220, beer belly. You know what I'm saying?
Way bigger upper body than lower body.
Yeah, like just out of shape. They're just there to use the cloud of being on a football team to go hang out with chicks and say they play football. And that's all really you need. You just go tell a blonde chick at FSU that, hey, I play football, and I could just be a walk-on, and I will probably stay with her that night. Don't you think?
I'm not gonna lie.
I kid you
My
not.
friend's a long snapper at a D2 school, and you kind of just described his ass perfectly.
Yeah, and that's D2.
Listen, I kid you not. In 2013, our walk-ons, they were elite. Like our walk-ons were type of guys. Like if you go up talk to a girl in the club, she's most likely already spoken for by one of our walk-ons. Like they were some elite guys. So that fits the narrative right there. Though, that's perfect.
Who's the old long snapper that was at Florida State that was pulling all the chicks?
Oh,
Shit.
hold on. Philip Dumar.
Dumar. Yes, Phil Dumar.
Phil.
I remember that name.
Phil Dumar. Phil Dumar was classic. Okay, 57.
He was
Classic
stacking
guy.
them up, putting them down, man.
Yeah, classic guy. Pike all the way. He's like he's like what's the guy from American Pie? What's his name?
Stifler.
Stifler. He is the Stifler. The grandfather of Pike.
Yeah.
Show some respect, Nate.
Didn't you do something over on Pike, the frat? Didn't you do something? You threw a
Don't know what
football?
you're talking about.
Did you throw a football?
No, that was Jameis.
No, you did something over there. I swear.
Ran
you
a football.
We don't talk about what happens at the Pike House.
did.
And he turns the camera.
Yeah.
We don't do that. That's not what we do.
Fuck the Pikes, man.
Nate, you look like a
Nate's going out.
Ben Roethlisberger. You couldn't get in.
Fuck the Pikes.
Yo,
It's
Fuck
haterade,
the
Nate.
Pikes.
Here,
Yeah.
haterade. Here it comes. Here it comes. Rain the hate down upon us.
speaking of special teamers, we talked about him earlier. Roberto Aguayo is getting a chance with the Patriots up there in New England. It's the
That's
last
pretty
little
cool.
chance. Last little chance there. Seems like he had a workout with them and a couple of other teams during the season, but looks like Belichick sees something in old Aguayo. Might see a return.
That's one of the weirdest careers, man. Like,
It's tough. You got so much.
Just
To go
shows how
from-
mental it all is.
He got the yips after the Georgia Tech block.
yeah.
Like you can notice it. And
You
it
know what
sucks.
though? What screwed him was he said he did tackling drills.
He does
That's what
tackling.
screwed him.
I remember that.
That's what screwed him.
Oh,
When he said before the game, they're not worried about a blocked field goal and all that because he does tackling drills. And then the guy blocked the field goal, and you got your ass broke in open field.
When you've caught it, you would have caught his ass. You would have caught his ass.
I mean, we do fourth quarter. You're out there with us. I don't know how much effort goes into you actually performing the drill or pay attention, but I mean, you set yourself up. You should have knew somebody was gonna try to come block that shit.
Yeah, who'd they have out there running down the field? It was funny to watch. I mean, I hate it now. Now we can laugh, but it was
It
just
wasn't the same team that
just
we
watch.
start kicking field goals with after that kick
Oh, it
six
was-
that Bama had.
It was Newberry running down the field. It was joy. Them long arms, like
It was Newberry
like
and
this.
the
It was
offensive
like
lineman.
that. It was like that running down the field, his arms and everything. And no, someone I thought Roberto tackled the wrong. Who tackled the wrong player when they returned that touchdown?
Probably was Beatty, the holder,
Was it Beatty who tackled the wrong person? That
probably to get himself out to play.
You really
Oh,
don't like
shit.
him.
Damn, was he flirting
What
with
did
your?
Beatty
Was
do?
he flirting with your wife back in the day or something? What's going on?
Y'all boys,
And never clean the house.
Never cleaned the crib.
Y'all don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Uh-oh.
What's next? What we got next on
20
what's hot on the list?
Hey,
baby?
wait, we'll go to good thing. 2013
We're gonna
national
analyze Case and Beatty film.
Yeah. Went to an investigation. I went down in that place. 2013 national championship. The anniversary was yesterday. Sucks that all the Washington crap went on during it, but Florida State 7 years ago now. We're getting old over here. That also shows how long Florida State really has been from being even close to prominence in that area. I mean, it's crazy going back and looking at highlights and everything. It just hits differently. I mean, you could watch them all day long. The national championship, in my opinion, was one of the best ever. I was able to be there. It was electric. It was just something I've never seen. I didn't even have my phone on. Just being there, though, because it was about 70-30. There was 70% of Auburn fans, and there was 30% of us, Florida State fans, in that corner, right, Los? We were just packed in there, but we were loud as hell. I mean, the war chant was, the loudest I've ever heard it for how many people we had in there. But just a sensational championship that, one of the best ever.
I got a question, Liz.
Uh-oh.
I got a question.
What's up?
What you were in on two of the biggest plays that year that happened in that game. So, what were you thinking when Jimbo was like, "All right, we're gonna fake it"?
True story. Here we go. So Coach Kelly is the special teams coach at the time, and I was special. Me and Telvin. I mean, he had a couple guys he would go to ask for suggestions. Telvin being a senior, he would go to Telvin a lot, Christian a lot, Jacoby a lot. Certain guys he felt like really took pride in playing special teams, and playing for Jimbo, you had to. And so Jimbo usually does this, where he wants you just to punt it away, just kick it away, and he'll keep talking, walking up down the sideline. If people watch him, it's just as part of his mannerisms of coaching. That's what he does. Kick it away. He throws his fingers out, kick it away. Coach Kelly on the radio, on headset, was like, "Hey, you want to run, rock it." He asked me that early in the drive. If we get close, we want to rock it. I said, we cool. Punt team, we ready, let's run it. We cool. On the mic, he said, "Hey, we got a green light on rocket." Jimbo just threw his fingers, kick it away, kick it away. There was no real verbal confirmation. So as we're on going on the field, we shift the formation. As the play snaps and the ball's tossed to me, you can hear him saying, "No, no, 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 no," because I'm bellying back. As I start to get upfield, you can hear him saying, "Get it." So it was real, not real clear communication going into that play call, but it worked out for our benefit. We had watched it all week, and they were not set up for it. It was it was on Instagram earlier this week. Somebody had posted the clip earlier this week, and they were like, "You realize that play was called and we ran it and we weren't even supposed to run it?" They didn't even bite on it. If you watch the play, Melvin Ray, 82, didn't even run down the line of scrimmage. He stayed home. I outran him. Me running back so far made me outrun him. I wasn't even supposed to do that. And then on a kick return, if you're more than 3 yards deep in the end zone, you don't return it. Even in the NFL now, they're catching them 2 or 3 yards deep, not returning them and taking a knee. Kermit told me before we went out there, "I'm coming out regardless. I'm not. This is no matter what you say, I'm coming out."
He told you that before going out there on the field?
The ball was kicked. We had a green light. Freddie came around. We had Demps come around. Chad led the way. And by the time I looked back, the ball was caught. And I said, "Let's go." And we took off running. And that was you'll be surprised. In practice, we do live reps sometimes with walk-ons and scout team, and they run downfield trying to bust our ass. Coach Kelly and Jimbo, they wasn't they made us prepare for everything. Hey, these guys got a real hard 4 or 5. They real hit the wedge. They're real good at eluding. They're 1, stay back and play the safety. The 2 is force the ball. The 3 sit. They coached us to the point we knew where everyone was sitting. And once we blocked the guy that was so-called their fastest guy on special teams, we knew he wasn't touching Kermit. We knew for a fact we don't have to block you. We'll block everybody else. And since you play backside, we'll make you chase the ball. And we ran a counter. So we ran it directly upfield at them, made them squeeze, and we bust the left on them. It was plot. We set them up for it. They wasn't ready for it. But just chasing him, chasing Kermit, Man, you have no idea. Like I can only imagine. I've ran touchdowns and had people behind me. I wondered like I wonder like what that person's think, like what people are thinking when I'm running into the end zone and I'm chasing Kermit. I'm like, damn, this son of a bitch is fast. Like I'm
You were
running
running
as fast as I can. I'm running as fast as I can.
I wonder what that top
He's
speed
not-
was.
But he wasn't running as fast as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Kermit got to a point where he can just stride and be comfortable and like kind of like it's like working out, running 110 to the track and like a track workout.
Yeah.
Just give me a good 75%. That's what he hit. Once he hit 75, he was like cruising.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to him. I was trying to get there. People was talking about how fast he wasn't running that fast.
Yeah.
Me, everybody else, or we were trying to get there.
Yeah.
But just like when he touched the end zone, the stadium, the end zone we scored in was silent because that's where they came out the tunnel.
Oh yeah,
that whole corner went silent. So the reason why I grabbed him and held his arms,
fucking shit.
I was afraid of what he was gonna do to the people standing right here at that, like right here behind the end zone. You know, we ran into the corner, into their section. So I grabbed his arms. I never thought about it until like, damn, I really did grab his arms. I hope he didn't think I was trying to not let him celebrate. I just didn't want to do nothing crazy.
Yeah, no,
I was
about to I was about to say you have to hold your ass back. I was about to ask you why you were holding his arms back, because obviously y'all were running into the Auburn. That was just a cluster F of Auburn fans right there. And so and Kermit always had that
right into the Lions then.
Yeah.
And then when
did you see that hole open up?
Oh,
like that?
Like a June bride.
Yeah. I mean, on TV, you just saw that shit bust open.
Yeah.
It looked like Moses was parting the Red Sea, man.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't understand, like, we had set it up for so long. Like, we had practiced it to the point where we were like, man, all we gonna run is counter lefts.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all. That's what we run. Because that what we like to run. That would fit the mold. And our whole kick return team, when the ball was kicked, they ran to their points so perfectly. It looked like a regular middle return.
Mm-hmm.
So on film, when you can't hear the sound, can't hear nothing, you see guys running and you see them square, and all you see a hip flip, and you see backs towards the Auburn sideline and people blocking the other way.
Uh-huh.
And it's crazy because when you study football, I mean, you don't really pay attention to when you're watching the game. You just see the big explosive play. But when you're studying the film, you be like, damn, that's a hell of a coach. That's a well-coached team. Like, that team was prepared to score on this very kick return. They knew what they were getting right here.
I loved hearing Kirk Herbstreit or whoever it was. I think it was Kirk, just showing the replays and then him saying, oh, man, this Auburn player pulled a hammy or had a cramp. But we're like, I don't think that would have done anything for that.
No.
I don't think that would have done anything for it.
Even if his hamstring didn't pull, you was not catching him. I was going to catch you before you caught him.
Yeah. You're going to be
I was going to block him before he got there. I had to jump over him. He was going to be blocked before he get a chance to catch Kermit.
He was fast as hell. Yeah. Did you, whenever Jameis had that, y'all had that last drive, what was the feeling like on that sideline? Was this the first time of the season where you were like, man, this is going to be it? Or was it true that Jameis, y'all just knew that he had that kind of magic?
Y'all see my goosebumps?
I do see it through.
I'm dead ass. Listen, it was such an eerie feeling because when I talk about Jimbo, and I got an argument on Twitter a week ago, like somebody was arguing about like, oh, I'm only like mad at that Jimbo went in the playoffs because he was my coach.
No, I saw that. Yeah.
He went out to A&M and earned the right to be there. He earned he doesn't matter. He should have been there. Notre Dame shouldn't have been there. You win the conference champ. You shouldn't have been there. You had a chance to rematch it, to go prove yourself a winner again. Lost. No, you don't deserve to be there. But Jimbo practices situational football so much, it's sickening. Like he is when I mean he's evil in the head when it comes to this football shit, not many people are understanding. Every situation you can possibly think of, he's going to put you in it. Man, you have one timeout, 2 seconds left, and you're on the 2.5 yard line. You want to kick the field goal, take it to overtime, or I mean, he put you in these scenarios that you like, it's not possible to do this. You got 12 seconds, no timeouts. You're on the 10-yard line. You want to throw the ball to the 5 and get out of bounds. You want to kick the field goal. You want to run the ball. You want to spike it. What do you want to do? Like, okay, now we're going to take a drive. We're going to start back on the 1. You got 2 timeouts. You got a minute 12 on the clock. What the fuck are you going to do? Play football.
Mm-hmm.
Play football. Plays got to be made. If Rashad didn't break that tackle, we spike the ball. We spike the ball, save a timeout, run another play. I mean, this is what it is. Rashad made a good play. He broke that tackle, hauled ass. I mean, we get down there. We get some great calls because there were horrific pass interferences. I mean, we just played sound football. We ran plays. We knew that we were going to get this certain look, this certain coverage. We were going to get this man was going to be open because this guy does this when we line up in this. When he does, I mean, it was literally he was just playing. He was playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know this guy's gonna move this way, so I'm gonna just throw it that way. Okay, we're gonna get this look in this formation. I'm gonna run a draw. I'm gonna run a little dive. I'm gonna get 3 or 4. Let the clock run. I'm gonna run. Hurry up. Okay, let me see what they in. Hard count up. Reset. Timeout. I ain't get the look I wanted. Let's reset.
Mm-hmm. Let's
get back on the field. Up. Hard count. Let's see. Oh, we got pressure. Those 2 come. Throw the quick out to Kenny. Boom. We're in the red zone. Like let's talk about it. Boom. Okay, come back. Reset. We got man coverage. Let's hit a slant to Rashad. Horrific pass interference. Give me that.
Mm-hmm.
Make a play. And Rashad's body was in such great position. He had no choice but to pass interference. No choice. He had no choice but to hold him. No choice but to be on his back.
Yeah. He was.
And that route was elite.
Yeah, that was a good route. Rub route.
And then the very next route that KB ran upfield, had him square. The arm bar slant. Chris Davis could not hold him because he arm barred him.
Dawsey was in his bag that year.
Yep. He broke through the arm bar, high point the ball, catch, game over with. I mean, that drive was like I said, it was eerie because we knew it's too much time. I said crazy as hell.
That's what we said too in the stand. That's what we all looked at each other and we're like, there's too much time for Jameis, man. That's just too much.
What? But we're looking like.
And that's how we said it this whole season. But it was weird just having that feeling, just confidence all in the stands there that like this is not over. This is not over.
But isn't that crazy though? Like
it's weird.
That's crazy.
Like nowadays, I would not feel that way. You know,
it's confidence.
It's very rare. You don't usually feel
confidence.
I don't feel that kind of way until it's like going back to 2013, Jameis, even 2014, because there was game-saving drives there because those games were so much closer than they were in 2013. And I go over to one of the best quarterbacks in our lifetime, Big Ben, and being one of the best game managers and knowing that if there's only 1 minute left, that means that the game's not even close to being over.
Big Ben.
Big Ben's a game manager.
Anyways, Los. So, what about all this stuff with Coach Craig stealing times? You know, after the game and like 2 days later on Twitter, that's all everyone was talking about was.
Can I be honest with you? I'm gonna tell you a little secret, Nate. Me and my wife watch Texas A&M play football, and do I not call the formation the plays they running? Do I not call free releases? I call the plays. I call the formations. The verbiage may be different, but when the play start action, I can tell you where the back is going. I can tell you who got protection. Like it's universal. Like, and I'll relate it back to it being humans. Like I can't help that I recognize what that signal is, bro. And I'm trying to win. I'm gonna put it at that. Am I saying that he did that? No, but I'm a human. If I recognize hand signals and I recognize formations, you think that's not just by watching film as well? Like I can't put 2 and 2 together what y'all gonna do based on how y'all line up and the number of times y'all do that, and that's what football is.
But things.
And what you study.
Did y'all make
that's
switches?
That's what Clemson's done so well.
What'd you say?
Did y'all make switch?
Clemson has done so well. Sorry.
We didn't wonder why we didn't have to switch nothing.
Yeah.
Wonder why? Because you got to stop it.
So y'all didn't switch anything at halftime.
You got to stop KB. You got to stop. What we stopped doing is usually when we open the game, we open up with hurry up. 2 minutes. Let's go. Before we touch the line of scrimmage, y'all know what the play is. When we get done warming up, when we come out the tunnel before Renegade, put the spear in the Seminole head, we know what we're gonna run. We got a pretty solid feeling about what's coming. It's a game plan. Like Jimbo don't step on that football field without knowing what's going on. Like he know what he got going on. Like he's it's crazy what people think and say. But I mean, we just were prepared. It just was different. We just were prepared. It was. I mean, like it's crazy. I wish I can let you feel the emotion, so you be like, "Wow, that's a real crazy feeling." But it's like Jameis stepped on the football field, and we were sitting on the bench like, man, how long will it take them boys to score? I wonder if defense going back out. Defense, y'all going back out there? Man, shit, I hope we go back out there.
Yeah.
I hope we go back out there. Defense was ready to get some more of them. How fast can we score? Can we score? Can we score twice? For it, can we do it twice?
It's a mentality you gotta have.
I mean, we just were confident. I mean, we were confident. I mean, we had a it was a family there in that time period. As an offensive, defensive, special teams, I can tell you this right now: there was never a time where that house was divided. Don't get me wrong, brothers fight and argue. There's beef, but as far as like, no, there was nothing ever. Nobody was bigger than the team.
Yeah.
Nobody. People talk about Jameis and the yelling and all this stuff. That wasn't him being bigger than the team. That was him being Jameis Winston. That's Jameis. He's a clown. He like to have fun. He's outgoing. But he take care of business. He's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a winner. He's a proven winner. And so we wasn't worried about that. We wasn't worried about him not going down the field and scoring. We wasn't worried about the play calls. We weren't worried about how much time was left on the clock.
Yeah.
We were worried about what time we get back to the hotel so we can hit the LA streets. Like,
Did y'all go out? What'd y'all do that night? My
family was there. I mean, my brother Vince was there.
So you're all talk. You trying to get on here live and acting like you were going to do something.
We went out, but I mean, I spent more time with my brothers. Think about it. My brother won a national championship. Like, Vince had just left the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
And think about that roster. We just won an Orange Bowl. Bjorn Warner, Tank Carradine, Xavier Rhodes, Vince left, Nick Moody. I mean, all those guys that just left. EJ, Lonnie,
Chris Thompson,
all those guys just left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you run it back and go win a natty. I got goosebumps all over again. That shit is crazy. Like, I played in 3 straight BCS bowl games, which I'll consider BCS bowl games.
Yeah.
2 roses and an orange.
Mm-hmm.
That's mind-boggling. And I helped my brother go to his first ever. That's mind-boggling. That's crazy. I spent time with family, man. I mean, we had a hell of a time. I mean, in the lobby. I mean, guys were literally making the hotel doors revolve. It was just in and out, going to get food, going to the. I mean, we just wanted to have fun. We went to CLA, just have fun. And then a lot of people stayed at the hotel and didn't go nowhere.
It's too much people calling you. Too many people calling you. Yeah.
No, I'm saying you had seniors and stuff. Like, you had like red shirt seniors who were like old compared to freshmen and sophomores at the time. Like, let's go out, go hang out. I mean, go chill. But I mean, it was a vibe. Everybody was on the flight home. Nobody was late. Nobody got in trouble. I mean, so we were responsible. We just wanted to enjoy it. I mean, we won a national championship. Like,
it had to be surreal. Did we just do this?
What do we do? Like,
across the country.
What do we do?
Yeah.
Like, do we go to the LA Live? Do we go to Emerald and just eat an expensive meal with per diem we got? Like, what do we do right now? Like, do we sit at the hotel? Do we go rub the trophy? Like, what do we do? Like, do we steal all the roses in the stadium? Like, do we take every banner in here? Like, what do we do? Like, we don't know what to do. All we know is adrenaline is rushing now more than it was at kickoff.
Yeah, we didn't go to sleep.
Like,
we weren't even on the team, but we just didn't go to sleep.
Crazy.
There was too much. There was too much of checking back home what was going on at home when you're seeing videos of people honking out there on Tennessee Street and stuff. That's what I was trying to do because my phone was dead. I had nothing to check. I couldn't check texts, and that's just when Florida State game day, but no game day had started that year. But my phone had died at halftime, and so I had no idea what was going on at home, and people blowing up my fucking phone. But go ahead, Dustin.
I was saying my story is not as interesting as yours from that night, Carlos, but I remember the semester was starting the next day, and I did not sleep one minute. Like, I was up the whole night. I was like in my bed, and I was like, we just won the fucking national championship. Like, I was just sitting there like, I was like, what, 7? That was 7 years ago. So I was like 18. I was 19.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. Like, it's so surreal. You know what people always talk about? People always say the players want. No, man. The Seminole fans everywhere, and it's not. I've seen a lot of different fans. I've been around a lot of different college football fans. It's nothing like being a Seminole fan. Like, when you find a Seminole fan, they will feed you, clothe you, house you. Like, it's different. Seminole fans are different. Well, this is a real family. Like I truly believe when Bobby Bowden came to Florida State and he changed the culture of the program, the culture took on his values, like what he wanted Florida State to mean. And then he hired coaches and had players come through here that felt the same and that wanted to keep that same tradition going. Like Odell's never left Florida State. Like he left and came right back. But he's a part of that tradition of family, love, and keeping it right here together. No matter what happens, we keep it strong. We stay together. 13 had that. We haven't had that since 13. But I think that's what the program was built on.
Yeah. No.
And then Jimbo took it over. Jimbo got to spend some time with Bobby. Jimbo was a little more new age, but he cared about family, love, and discipline.
Discipline, big one.
And that's what we had a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm someone that can't watch Florida State in public because I just can't handle
There's a lot of people that can't.
the emotion of it. But for me, I'm someone who's broken bones watching Florida State games, and I was eerily calm that last drive. I was like, I'm not worried about it.
It's weird. Way weird,
It was
right?
weird.
What do you mean by broken bones?
So when Florida
You can't just pass over that.
Yeah.
when Florida State lost to Florida in the Sugar Bowl, I broke 2 toes by kicking the wall. So
God. Jesus.
when Florida State lost to Florida in 2004, the Ron Zook game, I was at a bar and I broke like 4 chairs. That's the last time I watched Florida State in public.
Man, crazy.
So we will not be watching any kind of games with
Yeah, I
Nate
ain't watching
at a
nothing with
tailgate.
Nate.
I'll just tailgate with you,
Doing that
Nate. I'll tailgate with you, but I've just learned. I'm not gonna get a chair hit on my head.
If
You'll hit me with a chair.
I just can't.
I'll be there for that.
I'm not as emotional as I used to be about it.
Well, yeah, times have changed a little bit, just a little bit. Going back to that.
But 2013, man, I just felt different.
Yeah, it is.
It
It
just felt
did feel different, man. It did feel different.
Let's.
How y'all think that Rose Bowl felt against Oregon?
That's another conversation. We'll do that on
Yeah.
what date is that? January 11th, something like that. Yeah, don't want to talk about that one.
Felt
Yet.
like
I want to
like
go.
somebody was taking my heart and taking tiny tweezers and ripping it vein by vein out of my chest.
No, that was a different one for me. I was in freaking New York City getting ready for the ball to drop.
And
What
they
was
were
that? That
so
was a
trash.
31st. That was a
They
30th,
were so
30th.
trash.
That was getting ready for the ball to drop in New York City. I was watching it in a hotel room on like the 60th floor, and it's like, fuck, I might as well just go walk around town tonight, Mom. Bye. See ya. What are you laughing at, Dustin?
Because that was a bad game.
Yeah, no, that was bad,
Hey,
but at least I was in New York City where I could
Dalvin had,
walk
like-
outside and be like, holy shit. I'm in
Listen.
New York.
Y'all want to know the stats at halftime?
No.
It was close at halftime.
Yeah, halftime was close.
I had like 12 carries for like 75 and a touchdown. Dalvin was like 15 for 105.
Mhm.
We ran the ball 4 times in the second half.
Mm.
So we had
Give me the ball.
we had those
That's all I gotta
fumbles.
say.
That's what killed us.
Yeah, I remember
Feed
Dalvin
me.
fumbled like 3 times.
Feed me.
It felt like.
If you feed me, we don't starve.
You and Cookie.
I'll make sure we all eat.
Yeah.
If you just let me, feed me now. If you just let me be greedy now, I'll make sure we all eat later on.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We've been back in Dallas, and we'll. Oh.
At some point,
Yeah, back in
When
Dallas
you-
to Dallas.
at some
It
point,
would've-
Carlos, we
would
need to have
play-
a conversation about that 2014 game, and
Oh,
about
let's talk about it.
how that was when things started going sideways
No,
off
it
the
did not.
field.
It did not.
That did.
It did not.
I disagree.
The difference between 13 and 14 was our senior class.
Mhm.
I want y'all to when we came in, think about the class who we were when we came in. We were the class. Like we were Jimbo's. Like 2010 was cool, but 11, you had number 1 at almost every position across the board. From tackle to tackle, tight end, your receivers were top tier. You had James Wilder at back. You had Vontae at back. I mean, Eric Beverly was a top recruit at the time. on defense, you had Wason was number 2 corner. Tyler Hunter was top 10 at DB. I was top 10. You had LaMarcus Brutus, Keelan Smith.
Oh shit! What's going on, Los?
No idea.
I'm pretty sure
Good check.
everybody just turned and looked at their own wall.
Whose is that? What's going on over here?
She blew out the bathroom candle.
No, I didn't. I didn't
What
blow
happened?
it off. I don't know what went off. I was looking for it.
Y'all see it?
We safe over there?
No.
No? Oh shit!
This one's off.
The smoking? I think you're.
There you go. Nah. Y'all see it? What happened?
I
Yep,
blew
yep,
it off.
yep. It's in here. It's in here, guys. Look.
Oh my!
Don't have kids.
Are we all
There
safe?
fire?
I don't know what it was.
Dustin.
Bro. You see, I'm just sitting here. Nobody knows what it was. Nobody knows what it was. The
That
whole
was-
house just walked out in the front room. What happened?
Dustin, that's
What-
advice
what
to you.
happened?
Don't you're already
Don't have
engaged,
kids,
but don't have kids right away now.
don't. Bro.
Then we'll never see you. We'll never.
I'm gonna tell you a
we'll never
secret,
see
bro.
Dustin.
Just enjoy your freedom. Like really enjoy just you and your
He-
girls.
He ain't
Natural.
been free in a year, maybe longer. than
Oh,
that.
yeah, oh, longer than that. Austin.
Austin be riding on you, bro, low key, dog.
You
But
should see these.
like,
You should
with
see
your
these
girls,
handcuff
dog.
indentations on my wrist.
Watch Dustin have like step tuplets.
Oh,
Oh my god, bro.
Shit.
We do,
Bro,
we do
if
not
you
need
get
that many
6 off the
Lewises.
back, if you get 6 off the back, I'll be your kid's godparent because I got 8 of them, dog, and I know that pain. That
Hey,
would suck.
my girl might like fall down the stairs or something. Like, I don't know.
oh my God.
Oh, what's next, boys? What's next?
What's
my
next,
God.
boys?
Damn, witnessed a
Hey,
murder.
Logan.
I can't believe she tripped like
I
that.
got a lot. We got a lot more to go on. We got a lot
What's
more.
up with the
We're only
what's up with the transfer news?
There's a lot of transfer news. Hold on. I was gonna say he's got a whole segment. All Dustin's the follow for the follows, man. He's a follows the
Dustin,
follows.
this
His
gotta
clout's back. His clout's back. The engagements is rolling. The people have been looking for it in Discord and everything on Twitter. But Dustin's fully back. I just want to get y'all's thoughts real quick on the
Fully
Natty.
back.
Natty, who you got? Natty, real quick.
Bama by 17.
I picked Ohio State and Alabama to go to this college football playoff, but and I went with my gut for Ohio State. I'm going with my gut this time. I've got Alabama. I just don't think Justin Fields is going to have the same kind of game like he did. Although I am worried about Alabama's defense, though. I think Alabama's defense.
I'm
worries
going
me.
Ohio State by 12, baby.
Mm.
Let's go
I think
Buckeyes.
I'm going close. I think Alabama scores late, like
Oh,
35-31 type game.
Not Mac Jones, baby. I'm telling you, not
Yeah,
Mac Jones.
I think it ends up being pretty close as well, and I
Mhm.
think Fields is just gonna look, as tough as he did the other night, still fighting through that injury a little bit. And I'll just say by the time the night's over, people are gonna be like, that man's gonna be a top 5 pick.
oh.
Let's just say that.
Fields?
Fields.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that game is on Monday night, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I just hope for a good game heading into the late of the fourth quarter. Just give me those, please, end off the college football. Here, we only got
Ryan
one
Day's
more
a
game
damn
left.
good coach, man. Ryan Day's a damn good coach. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a really close game.
College football playoffs. Let's run through these real quick. Let's give our quick picks on this. Colts, Bills, Saturday, 105.
Bills, man. Get out of
Bills.
here.
Oh,
Circle
Bills.
the wagons, baby. Circle the wagons.
Colts or Bills, Nate?
Bills.
I'm going to be the only one and say shocker in Buffalo. Colts win.
The Rivers can't win anything.
Shocker. I said that too. Shocker, though. Colts win.
Dude, it's gonna be like 41-14. You know that, right?
The Bills are going to smoke them. They're,
It's gonna
they're,
be
Score like
disgusting.
45.
Their defense, they're going to step up.
See what they did
I-
to Miami in Week 17. It's
I
gonna be
think
worse
Buffalo's
than that.
playing
Well,
good
my-
at the right time.
Rivers ain't won nothing except more birth certificates. Let's just move on.
And he hasn't cussed it.
Hey,
He has never cussed.
That boy
That's
got more kids.
That
than me.
man a condom.
he's got more.
He got more kids than me.
Him and Crow having a battle.
Yeah, they
He got
are.
more kids than me.
Yeah,
He got me beat. He up there.
yeah. No, I don't know, but yeah, I do agree though. The Bills are on the right track. I don't know. I'm just had to pick one of the upsets on here. Let's see who else. We've
then pick
got
Cleveland.
Buccaneer. Actually, no. Let me just run through like the early ones. Rams Seahawks Saturday 4:40. Rams Seahawks. I think this is going to be an excellent game. I think this is going to be an excellent game at Seattle.
I'm going with Russ.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because golf sucks right now.
Well, and we don't even know if Goff can play because he had the thumb injury.
Even worse, because the backup, I don't know who he is.
Hey, don't say that. I went to high school with him. Shout out John Wolford.
And I don't think he
got
played
the
too
LinkedIn
bad.
account.
I don't think Wolford played too bad.
No, he went to Bishop Kenny High School in Jacksonville and then started at Wake Forest. Wolford.
Hold on, whoa. Didn't we play against Wolford?
Yeah, you
probably did.
You probably did
because
we got killed by every Tallahassee team.
Hold on, bro. I'm talking about we played.
Talking about in college.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We lost to Wolford. Did we? My freshman year in 2011.
No, he wasn't the starter then because he graduated high school in 2014.
I swear I thought Wolford was older than that.
No, he started at Wake 4 years from 15 to 19, I think.
Okay. Just gonna say, who do we lose to my freshman year at Wake? It was bad.
See,
it was a bad loss. We shouldn't have lost that game.
He didn't play terrible though on Saturday. Or last
was that
Sunday.
Was that the game?
To
Trickett
beat the
started?
Seahawks though. To beat the Seahawks.
No, the defense is going to have to help a lot. The Rams defense, Ramsey will be on lockdown. Aaron Donald will be Aaron Donald. They just got to find something. They just got to find like 24 points to stay in it.
LA just hasn't played well the last like 5 weeks. I mean,
either at Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle over here.
Yeah,
I'm going Rams. John Wolford GOAT.
I mean, if Wolford pulls out a dub, I'm gonna be talking so much about my high school.
They got Seattle by 21.
All right, last one on Saturday night. Buccaneers. Tom Brady versus the Washington football team. This is at 8:15 prime time. Who do you got? Buccaneers, Washington.
Fuck Tom Brady.
It's crazy that Washington's in this at 7-9.
That's gonna be a blowout.
But what's crazy?
We say this every time the division
Chase
winner.
Young about to have like 5 or 6 sacks.
What's crazy is that the Buccaneers are going to Washington. This game is not being held in Tampa. The 11-5 team is going to the 7-9. Yeah,
because division winners.
They won the division.
It's like the Seattle game. What was it? 09?
Hold on.
When the Saints went to Seattle, and Seattle's like 6-10.
Washington did, and of course the Saints did in there.
I forgot. The Bucs didn't win their division. The Saints did.
Yeah.
Bastards. That sucks. Dog.
Who y'all got?
You got to go travel to a 7-9 team.
Bucks or Washington?
If you lose, that can make you lose on the road right there.
I'm going upset because of how horrible FedEx Field is, and I'm saying Washington.
I agree with you. That field is trash.
Horrible.
Played there my rookie year. Terrible field.
I'm worried about this one.
I'm gonna go with Washington. Alex Smith's leg is better than Tom Brady's arm.
Oh man, okay. Oh my
Alex
god.
Smith's leg is better than Tom Brady's arm.
That's mean.
Wow.
Now,
classic.
This one worries me because I hate Tom Brady. I can't stand him. He's a piece of shit and he's scum under my fucking toenail. I hate him so much, but I'm worried AB's starting to heat up. They're finding their connection. They've got obviously Gronk, he'll be fine to play, and obviously they've got so many targets, Godwin, and that white boy. So I'm a little worried about it. I just need Chase Young. Can someone snap this mother out? I mean, don't hurt him too bad because I don't ever want to wish injuries on a player, definitely a quarterback.
Yeah, what you doing?
But let's
I know he crazy as hell.
Can someone snap this man?
No, just like snap him mentally. Can someone just give him a nice little lick? Like it just seems like nobody wants to hit Tom Brady. Like nobody wants to hit Tom Brady. Can Chase Young be the one?
They know it's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic ejection.
Yeah, and I don't give a damn. It's worth it.
Breathe on Brady, you're out of there.
But I got to go Buccaneers just to stay safe here. I want to try to keep my record good, but I think the Bucs win it. Nate?
Fuck Tom Brady, but he's gonna win.
Same here. Ravens Titans. We're heading into Sunday, 105. Ravens Titans. This thing is going to be a good game too. This is it's going to be a good game.
No, it's not.
Rams, Seahawks, and Ravens and Titans are going to be a good game.
It's not going to be a good game. It's not going to be a good game.
Yeah,
because
Derrick
Henry's going to get the ball 45 times and rush for 1,000 yards.
It's going to be a repeat of last year.
Yeah, he's going to get the ball like 30 times. He's
That is not an upset this year.
3 tugs.
The Ravens are heating up right now.
Ravens are
Lamar finished
Lamar's-
top 5 in QBR.
That's
Lamar's doing.
Ravens-
He's on a hot streak right now. He's on a hot streak.
You see my face?
Derrick Henry.
Rushing
Ask
champ.
him, ask
Derrick
him what
Henry.
they did to
Rushing
us.
champ. 2,000. You see that 2,000?
The last time we saw a running back for 2,000 was Peterson lost in the wild card. So,
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
a
don't
good
care
game.
nothing about that juju.
I don't want to
Man,
be facing the
he
Ravens
ain't-
though. in
That was
the
because
playoffs.
Christian Ponder's elbow was broken.
fact.
Mhm.
Shout out Joe Webb for being horrible in the wild card.
I remember that. I
Green
was
Bay.
pissed.
And that's why he played receiver and tight end and kick returner and all the extra. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's not gonna happen. That's not going down. This man's gonna rush for 175. Okay, hit my stat.
No, to the Ravens.
22 to 25 carries,
No, you're
150
smoking.
plus rushing, and 2 tugs.
You're smoking.
Guaranteed.
I
Guaranteed.
got like
Smoking.
30 carries for like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, it's
For-
not
for-
happening. It's not happening.
He's going to dominate.
No.
Bro,
They're gonna win
he
by like
just
3
hit
scores.
2,000.
That's how you I thought
Ravens just don't have an offense.
Okay, I'm gonna tell
Hold
y'all
up,
something that
come
y'all
here.
don't know. The reason why he's gonna rush for so much, because now
Come here.
the more yards he gains after rushing for 2,000 is more incentive and more money.
Mhm.
Now it's cha-ching, pay me. So yeah, let me run for 100. Let me get in the end zone. Let me get 25 touches. Now you go pay me, cha-ching. That's extra.
He's going for
incentive.
200 yards.
They
Thank you.
can't.
He's going for 200.
All right, come here, Dustin. Come here. I'm just gonna set you
Hey.
straight. I know you haven't been on here in a month and whatnot. Probably not seen any sports. The Ravens can't score enough. Last 4 games, 47 points, 40 points, 27
Who have
points,
they played?
38 points.
Who have they
They played-
played?
They played against the Browns, Jags, Giants,
Trash.
Okay, so
and the Bengals.
not good
And
teams.
the
Trash.
Bengals.
So three
One good
terrible
team.
teams.
Bro,
Nah.
but hold on, but
One
see,
good
but you
team.
go
No, man, it's still the
Pittsburgh
NFL.
Steelers, and their whole schedule been trash. You just get Pittsburgh, they schedule been trash. You don't, but you defend that though.
Oh yeah, fuck no. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
tough.
Oh, yeah.
They screwed around with us enough, man. They're thinking about moving the
How did y'all
Browns
lose to
game
the Browns
around.
last week?
Huh?
How'd y'all
How
lose to
many
the Browns
starters
last
did
week?
I not have out there? The best quarterback that lived since our
The best
lifetime didn't play.
Best quarterback to list. How many Super Bowls he got?
TJ Watt, who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, wasn't on the field.
Wow.
Spillane hasn't been out there in like 3 or 4 weeks
Splain?
to make
Splain?
videos.
Just get to the
Splain.
game,
So, hold
Logan.
on,
Come
Willis,
on.
You're gonna tell me that Splain is
Get to the game so I
piece.
can predict Cleveland. Let's go.
y'all went got Avery Williamson. Why is he
Spillane
playing?
has been so much better, and it helps out
Avery
your brother.
Williamson.
It helps out your brother be able to direct more.
Why Avery Williamson? You paid him to play. He got to play, don't he?
Well, he needs to. It ain't my job though. Spillane's played great for
Splain is
Devin Bush.
father. He is playing good football. Brother
What's up
does like
next? What's up next? Oh God. No, this is
Carlos.
this is
Oh,
gonna be
real
the game.
quick, Carlos. They don't understand that Derrick Henry's going to eat.
No,
these
they're not.
playoffs.
Don't bring this back up. Don't bring this back up. It's not gonna
I'm just
happen.
being-
It's
I'm just
not
being-
happening.
Logan.
Who
I'm
wants to
just
make
being
a bet
honest.
right now?
He doesn't rush
He
for
won't.
2,000 and then stop in the playoffs.
He's not getting over 100 yards.
Whoa.
God, whoa.
What?
What brand
Man,
of crack
ignorant.
Shit.
are you
Yeah.
smoking, my man?
Do us all a favor.
Just tell-
Mute yourself the rest of the
I'm just
rest of the
telling you.
pod.
Just be
Austin, can you
quiet.
take over?
I don't want to pull
Just
for
be
the
quiet.
Ratbirds, but it's just
Austin,
happening.
My
take over.
God.
Not
he said
doing
he's
it.
not gonna rush for 100.
I thought
Not
I had
over.
bad
He
takes.
might rush for 100, but not over 100. Bears
You have
Saints.
a very special brand of crack that you're on.
Saints
tonight, man.
by 30.
Bears Saints.
Saints by
No.
30.
Saints by-
As a Bears fan, they should not be in the playoffs. You know?
Bears
uh,
fan.
Yeah, Saints by 50.
I got
don't go
Chicago
with the
by
Saints.
4. Okay.
Chicago by 4.
Dustin.
Book
Okay.
it.
Okay. Because
You going
Dustin
with
hates.
Trubisky?
You hate also Sean Payton like I do. You know Sean Payton blocked me.
I cannot stand Sean Payton.
Sean Payton blocked me, guys. I just found that
This is a
out.
bias. This is a bias
Whoa.
prediction.
No,
Wait,
he-
Sean Payton blocked.
He liked my tweet. Sean Payton liked my tweet because I've tweeted him this whole season, just getting pissed off that he's not playing Jameis enough. He liked my tweet that we're gonna have some problems, me and you. He liked it, and then he blocked me the next day. I'll put it on the camera right now.
That's awesome.
What is wrong with you?
That's so
Oh,
awesome.
I mean, he's not playing Jameis enough. I mean, that's pathetic. He's putting in
Are
Taysom
you
Hill.
trolling Sean?
Oh wait, no, he
Payton?
unblocked me. He unblocked me. Look at this.
Oh, now you're just capping.
I'm
I
not
think you
capping.
made all this up.
I screenshotted it.
Cap.
He unblocked me.
That's not a.
And look at it.
Okay.
Look at his only likes.
Anybody
Look
can search
at
anybody's
his
Twitter
only
and look at
likes in the last year. I'm sitting right there You can't see it on camera, but I'm saying
Yeah, I can't
at
read
Sean
that.
Payton, if the Falcons beat you because you didn't score enough points, ... because they weren't putting Jameson to score any points because Taysom Hill was awful, and he liked it, and then he blocked me. But I guess we're Gucci now. We're cool.
He's like, fuck this kid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Then he was
Mitch
like,
Trubisky, he's really been coming along recently, and
He is not.
this is going to be the week.
He's not played horrible. I'll give him that.
oh wait,
But come on,
wait a second.
it's Mitch Trubisky.
I mean, David Montgomery is about to get 350 yards on these fools. Like it's not even.
Game's
I
gonna
had
be
to
over
go
in
over
the
to my
second quarter.
screen, Dustin, because that's where you are, just so I can see your laughing face. Because I knew you were smiling as you said that. I knew you was not saying that with a straight face. Trubisky is game. Look, New Orleans is going to score a lot of points. We don't know how many the Bears are going to score, but they may score.
Chicago got a good defense.
Not like
Sometimes.
typical.
Every now and then.
You see, it just got real silent when you said that.
Never mind, I lied. I was on the wrong account. I was on the Hear the Spear account. He's still blocked me. Fucking asshole. I'm gonna tweet him every. You know what? It doesn't matter though. Jameis is coming to Pittsburgh.
I can't stand Sean Payton. Like, especially
Dickhead.
when he mocked the skull chant after
You
they
got the
scored a
classic.
touchdown with like 30 seconds left in the 2017 wild card. I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing? Just to have that Minneapolis Miracle happen after that made it even better.
Let's get to the Cleveland game.
Karma is real.
For sure.
Let's get to the Cleveland game.
Saints by 30. Oh yeah, here we go. Saints by 30. Bears lose. Then grand finale of them all. Logo hits different here in the NFL. That's how it works. Bye bye Dallas. Here's the Steelers. Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers at 8:15 primetime NBC. Just the usual. Browns struggling right now. Ronnie Harrison just about 2 hours ago. He got news that he's going to be playing
I'm going with
starting
Cleveland,
safety.
24-22.
Wait, what happened
Are
to
you talking
Ronnie?
about your brother?
I'm going with Cleveland,
Guess
24-22. That
I'm sending this
Yeah.
to your brother. I'm sending this to your brother immediately when I get to clip this. I'm tweeting him with it.
you can tweet them. I'm highly upset, bro.
No, Dustin.
22-24 to Cleveland.
Oh, I thought you predicted that they're going to lose this game. Or you are
It's coming
what,
again.
What you,
I might be
Carlos,
rolling. I might be rolling with the
stop.
dog. I might be rolling with the dog pound.
Stop. Their head coach will not be there. They have numerous guys out, coaching staff.
If
they're-
both teams were fully healthy, I would take Cleveland. But because Cleveland's going through so many COVID issues,
Ignorant.
they're
Ignorant.
Kevin Stefanski's out. Their head coach, who I'm a big fan of, spent 15 years with the Vikings.
Suck him off.
Nate, what do you
Suck
say?
Without
'em
all
off.
these people,
Suck his.
without all
Nate,
these people,
Dress Nate.
Do you hold his
I'm taking
balls when you
Pittsburgh.
do it, Austin? Do you hold his balls?
I'm taking Pittsburgh. Go be happy.
I thought he was gonna say go Steelers. I'm like, whoa.
Go be happy.
I,
Go wave
I,
your stupid
I
yellow
got,
towel and be happy.
I
Vikings
got
in the
Cleveland in
playoffs,
the
right
upset. I got Baker Mayfield putting his stamp on the future of the division.
That.
I love it.
Nate, you just do
I,
this to
I,
irritate.
I got Cleveland 17, Pittsburgh 14.
What?
Major upset.
Hey,
Not gonna
what rock
score
are you
any-
gonna hide under, Logan, if the Steelers lose? What rock? So I know where to find
the
you.
toxic, like what I have my whole outfit ready for tomorrow. I've got my terrible
Shut
towel.
up.
I've got my jacket. I should
Shut
have worn it
up.
tonight. I've got a whole outfit ready for work tomorrow.
Should have slept in it.
I might sleep in it. But see, I got an AB jersey. That's the only jersey I have. I will say though, I got to get a.
You consider yourself a Steelers fan and talk all this shit. And you have a Antonio Brown jersey.
Yeah.
So,
God, one
He's
of the
been
best
on
wide
6
receivers.
different teams since then.
One of the best
Wait, so
wide
what happened to
receivers.
Ronnie Harrison? I'm curious.
COVID-19 protocol. So they're missing
Yeah, he got
their
the
starting
vid.
safety. Big Ben's gonna
how
have a
many-
field
how many
day.
players are off for Cleveland?
Big Ben might throw for 400. I mean, holy shit.
Big Ben can't throw 15 yards downfield now.
Yes,
What do
are
mean?
you joking? Are you on drugs? Austin, Charlotte is a growing place, I know, for selling.
I got Baker Mayfield.
What's the stat line for Baker Mayfield?
303 touchdowns, man. 36 for 26, 315 and 2 tugs.
36
man.
for 26. Dang, that's a good completion
That's
percentage.
like 140%.
That's like back-to-back passes. Like you throw one back, they give it back to you, then you throw it again.
I got
going
Baker.
ham.
I got Baker going like 14 for 20. It's like 110
No.
yards. 1 touchdown, 2 turnovers.
What about for Big Ben? just
You
said
throw
Baker.
I got
6
Big Ben.
picks.
I got Big Ben with a sprained vagina. He misses the second half. I got Big Ben spraining his vagina, and then he's out for mid first quarter, out rest of the game.
His
Got
vag
Mason
is hurt
Rudolph.
on a sack.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, Nate,
I
you're
can't
wild.
lie. That's
Hit-
funny.
wrong with you?
That's funny.
His
I mean,
labia majora is sprained, and he's out.
Listen, I'll be honest. I think the key for Pittsburgh to win this game is to run the ball efficiently. You have to run the football. Juju, is he a proven one? In my opinion, no, because he hasn't had the numbers as a proven one. Claypool's had the number one numbers. Johnson's had good numbers. Washington's had decent numbers. Like, everybody's getting a piece of the pie. There's no true number one in Pittsburgh. So you have to run the football. You haven't been able to run the football. So you're getting exposed on every level. Like, you can't do pretty much a little bit of nothing. Like,
yeah.
y'all just having to play great defense. You're having to play great defense.
Yeah, Nick Chubb going for 200 for Pittsburgh.
Like, how?
You're on drugs.
That shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen.
Get off the
Like,
bourbon,
if Nick
Nate.
Chubb rush for 200 on my brother, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Spillane's back too. That's going to help them. I mean, Johnson won't be able to run much with them figuring out with Vince Williams out there. I mean, being able to just take over his role fully instead of having to take over numerous guys. Like you said, like Juju is someone that I've been kind of off and on with the last 2 years, but I will say I did like his mentality in the last game. He's not trying to celebrate as much, and that's been a problem, obviously, for him. But he is a clutch guy. He's a clutch guy to go to. He's a clutch guy to go to if it's 3rd and 2, because we have, for some reason, we have to throw the ball when it's 3rd and 1 even. I mean, that's just the way that our offense is right now. We just can't run it. But I think it's 34. Actually, no, I think it's going to be Steelers 28, Cleveland Browns 17.
Here's my issue with Juju. Juju is not capable of being the number one Super Bowl caliber receiver that Santonio Holmes was when he was there in Pittsburgh with Ben. Juju is not. He, like, Ben only was gonna throw the ball to one guy. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all watch the play and see him look across the field. He was looking for one motherfucker, and that's 10. And he waited and he threw it into quadruple coverage. He found 10. And what did 10 do? Make the catch. Juju's not on that level yet. I'm sorry, he's not. Was AB mentally there? Yeah. I mean, a lot of things happen on and off the field. I don't know about his personal, but like, a lot of things go on with people's lives that make you unable to perform at a certain time. And I understand that. It happened to me before. But Juju seems to always have focus on football, but he's not at that caliber level yet. And he's supposed to be your what? Your number one. I don't see him making. I mean, he's a great football player. He's a great receiver, but he's just not there yet. It's too many other little distractions. I mean, people talk about Jameis was a kid. Jameis handled business in the NFL like a grown man. This kid out here dancing on logos, TikTok famous. The dog got more followers than people on Instagram, and you get your ass knocked the fuck out on a simple drag route. It takes you getting your head knocked off to get to stop dancing on logos. That's childish, bro. To be honest, that's childish. But that's what's condoned these days, though. That's condoned.
It's different, yeah.
Like, that's
Everyone's
okay.
building their brand. They build their brand.
Yeah, it's okay. You want to dance on logos, but them guys don't like that shit. Hey, bro, stop dancing on my logo. That's personal. And then when you get your head knocked off, you want to be in your feelings. You land there looking like Nate Robinson. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's a mentality. Yeah, you're a great football player, but you're not playing Pro Bowl caliber like you did 2 years ago. Now you look like trash. That's what I want to say to you. Like, you look like Boo Boo, not Juju. Like, you don't look the same. Stop dancing.
You mentioned the
no
stats.
Numbers.
You mentioned the stats. 800 yards this year on 8.5 yards per reception. And last year, 552 yards. Obviously, in fewer games, but
not the same. It's still not the Pro Bowl year. It's not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He hasn't been what he was 2.5 years ago.
And it's such a shame, bro, because it's such a shame because what is allowed for him to do. Like, you're allowed to be on TikTok all day. You're allowed to be dancing. You're allowed to do all the extra stuff, right? You're not, but you're not putting up the same kind of numbers. But you're the number one guy.
I know. For me, when you look at the playoffs, the teams that are playing the best at the right time are the ones that are gonna, keep it moving throughout the playoffs. And I really question. I think that the Steelers hit a wall, and I they may get by Cleveland. I'm just picking Cleveland because I want to give Logan some hell. But it's going to be tough for them in the playoffs with Kansas City and with Buffalo.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that's
those are the two
tough.
best teams in the AFC.
And I agree with you, and that's what I was just saying. I did an interview earlier, and people asked me about Buffalo. I was like, Buffalo's a place where, when I was there,
There ain't nothing going
they
on.
didn't have anybody in ownership that had accountability. Nobody was like, I made a poor decision on getting these guys in. These guys were cancerous. These guys had fines and pay fines. These guys weren't accountable for this, and this. I made that decision. I'm gonna clean house and take. No, Bean came in there, and McDermott came in there and said, I'm gonna go find my quarterback for my system. I'm gonna find the face of my organization, and we're gonna build this house brick by brick the way we need it. I'm gonna go get a kid from Wyoming, 6'5", goofy looking kid, look like Drake and Josh. I'm gonna go get that kid and put him in a system that best fits his abilities, and I'm gonna build around him. I got Stephon Diggs, Colt Beasley. I got a couple slots. I got a good couple tight ends. I got 2 young backs in Singletary.
Yeah, good
and
running
Moss
backs.
now.
Yep.
I got a defense. I got 2 Pro Bowl caliber safeties. I got 2 Pro Bowl corners.
Mm-hmm.
My I call it my triangle between Milano, Edmonds, and Ed Oliver. My triangle, my nucleus in my front 7 is solid. And then on the edge, I got a solid vet in Jerry Hughes. Where can I go wrong right now?
They got one of the best. They got one of the best corners in the NFL.
And they're buying
Davis White.
They're buying into the blue collar system and the blue collar city in Buffalo, and that city deserves a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And the city, and they want one, and that organization is going to go fight to go get one.
Good for
People
them.
should be worried about Buffalo. I mean, Kansas City should be worried. They should be worried. They're playing really good football, and that organization, that team, the city, it's crazy. It's different when a team wants it or a player wants something, but when an entire community wants something, the energy that people play with and guys like go out and put effort into something is different. You're not winning just for yourself. Now you're winning for the kids that come watch you play in the stands, for the kids that can't come watch you play in the stands now, the kids that wish they could sit in that stadium on a Bills playoff game. The second time they've been in the playoffs in how many years? It's back-to-back years now. They haven't been in 17 years prior to last season going.
Yeah, no,
That's a long time.
No, I'm worried about the Bills. I'm worried about them. I
Don't
will
worry
say
about
I'm fine with how we competed with them. I mean, Big Ben played a terrible game, and it still was 15-26 and kept them to 26 points. I'll take it.
The Bills are great.
Our defense will be the only one that has a chance at stopping them. Like the only defense to stop them if they're going to go to a Super Bowl, and I'm all here for it.
The Bills are great. They deserve a Super Bowl, like it's been said. But if they win one before Minnesota, I'm gonna be so depressed. I'm gonna let y'all. They've been so bad for 20 years, except for like a handful of seasons.
At least y'all won one, though.
I get it. They deserve one, but man, I'm gonna be so upset.
Honestly, I lived in Buffalo and I went 8-8 my rookie year. I've never seen a city be like, well, we're probably gonna go another decade until this grandparent, that uncle's probably gonna pass away before we see a playoff. I'm like, dang, this city, the community really believes that like we don't belong in the playoffs. Like we don't even need to deserve.
I think Detroit feels.
Detroit probably deserved that though.
Poor Matt Stafford.
Y'all did something. No, Detroit, y'all a little sneaky. Y'all probably deserve that. Y'all did something y'all ain't supposed to do. Y'all be acting out up there.
Dustin.
It all goes to Mahomes. That's the word.
What up?
Before we turn into, we might just have to do an NFL podcast soon. Honestly, it seems like the playoffs right now. This is exciting. I'm looking forward to Saturday, Sunday. You can find my ass on the couch and a couple brews in my hand. Probably not a couple, probably a case or two. Florida State's pursuing multiple transfers. That's what you got logged here in the docket. I mean, things are heating up. Florida State has to. I mean, you lose so many guys scholarship, you got to look at the transfer portal. And Florida State has been hitting very strongly and very well the last couple of weeks, and it's not ending anytime soon.
Yeah, and we've got a couple guys down here that the staff has been following as recently as Monday. And it feels like the higher priority guys at this point are a couple with SEC starting experience and safety Jamie Robinson and defensive tackle Keir Thomas, both from South Carolina. Jamie Robinson was actually in Tallahassee on, was it Monday or Tuesday? Either way, it was earlier this week.
You didn't even get us a chance to answer you.
I could. Well, it don't really matter. He was in Tallahassee earlier this week.
I think it was.
He visited campus, met with a couple FSU players. I think he did an interview with 247 and said he was here to just visit with his friend Jerry and Jones and just kind of have a good time. But he wasn't following Jerry and Jones on Twitter until the day he came to Tallahassee. So I mean, how good a
Who we
friend
talking about?
Jamie Robinson from South Carolina,
Yeah,
DB.
safety.
we need some DBs. I'll tell you that. I don't mind. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about transfer portal, but honestly, it's bittersweet for me watching kids go to schools and then having to transfer out and try to find a new home. I get it. You want kids to be in the best position, and that's why I say it's bittersweet, because it's like, honestly, if I had transfer portal opportunity my sophomore year with Pruitt coming in, I wouldn't have stayed. I mean, Stoops would have recruited me. If I had knew how to operate all that, I would have asked Coach Stoops, "Hey, you got room at Kentucky?" I would have went and been somewhere familiar. You get what I'm saying? These kids are going places where coaches that are coaching changes where they could have been recruited by a certain coach and feeling comfortable. So I mean, I seen the kid from Kansas. We just he's gonna transfer down here. The receiver.
Yeah.
I watched his film.
Archman.
He stretches the field. That's a really talented kid. I seen his film. I followed him on social media. I mean, I've spoken to him in the past week or so. I mean, it's crazy seeing it happen so fast. Like 1 minute you're playing at a team, and the next minute you're already in the portal and you're signed to a new team. I mean, it's
wild.
It's crazy.
Hey,
It's crazy.
Durden,
New for
you
sure.
sorry, you didn't get the note on it, Lois. You weren't here, but Durden to NC State.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Well, did
He
something?
said no. He said something like "no longer have a home" or some shit.
Oh,
He tweeted something. Well, I thought that was just like he's finishing
didn't
up school
Florida
stuff
tell
here.
Durden that they weren't taking no D
How would
tackles?
that make sense?
They took Shelton from Penn State.
I know, but they told him that they weren't taking no more.
They kind of told a little
thought-
lie to him, a little lie.
Tells
He
you something.
thought he
Tells you
was
something
going
about Durden.
That's a shame.
Thought he was going to the crib. Almost went to Santa Fe.
That's a shame.
He almost went to NC State, but he going to Homestead University.
Run through the rest of these, D-Lo. There's a lot of names on here, but some eyes to keep an eye out for.
I think that Jamie Robinson would be, address a massive need in the back end. There's still question marks and depth issues. And here's
Could he be a day one starter?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
After watching his film, could he come into this defense and make an impact?
I'm not saying he is, but he reminds me of T. Brooks a little bit.
Ooh, I love T. Brooks.
I think it would be him and Travis
T. Brooks
J.
are one of the most underappreciated players at FSU.
Yes, yes. T. Brooks is so underappreciated.
Where does that move?
He's still playing in the NFL.
Does that mess with Renardo Green?
I think Renardo should be a corner.
He is.
Nickel?
I thought he was.
Or
He played safety a little bit last year.
He played safety.
Yeah, he did play a little bit both.
I think Renardo, Travis Shea, and if they can get this Robinson kid, is a great start at safety.
Get
Who
your
replaces
jammies on.
Sante?
Do what?
Who replaces Sante?
That's a discussion
I
for
don't
a whole
know.
nother podcast. That's a whole
I
other.
like three.
Three's a slot. I think he's so much better as a slot corner.
You like him in a nickel?
Brownlee?
You like him in a nickel? I do too.
I just like moving. I like
him
moving
in a
inside on
too.
nickel because he
Yeah.
does so much.
He got
I don't
size on
think
him, too.
Brownlee
He can
is
tackle.
I don't think Brownlee's an every down corner. I
what-
think he's an inside guy. I think the kid they got from Arkansas could be an answer. I think if they can hold on to Dent,
Mhm.
I'd like to see,
you
if
think-
they can hold on to Dent and hit him. And then
Dotson.
I
Dotson.
was about to say I'm interested to see what Miko Dotson does when he's healthy.
Maury Tate as well. I mean, there's some dudes there.
There's gonna be a
Yep.
fight. There's gonna be a good. I mean, it's how it is always every year. It was a huge off season for defensive
that's the
back.
best.
It's
That's the best.
You
It's
need
all
more of
those
it.
kids know. If you go look at the roster, go look at the Florida State DB room in 2011. Just look at the fall DB room and go look at just go look at the name of people. Xavier Rhodes, Greg Reed. Already, your corners right there. Xavier Rhodes and Greg. You had T. Brooks, Terrence Parks, Nick Moody. I mean, Gerald Demps, Justin Bright, who came out of Burns with 09. I mean, and then our class, Nick Waste, Tyler Hunter, me, Keelan Smith was number 3 corner. Marcus Bruder was a top 20 safety. I mean, you had DBs. This is what we've been missing for a long time. I mean, we had a Jalen Ramsey in the room, and then we had by himself, and then we had a Jalen and a Derwin for one season, and then we had Derwin for half a year. I mean, we've been having a one single DB in our room for so long. We haven't had a nucleus of talented group of defensive backs that are all capable of being drafted. That's what we've been missing at Florida State for a while.
Yeah,
we haven't had a nucleus of defensive backs that play together consistently, that perform well together, and that's been ridiculous. Like we have a great group of DBs at all times,
and especially the fact that Norvell likes to carry a lot of DBs on the roster for special teams. So
I'm excited for Dotson.
DBs drafted. That's the crazy part.
I'm excited for Dotson because he wasn't healthy. He got hurt in camp. Never was fully healthy at all this season. He had to end up having surgery. The year before led the nation in interceptions. He obviously has great hands and great ball skills to do that. And during his film and PT he had this season, I thought he was in the right spots at the right times, and he showed flashes to me that were okay. Whenever camp starts, I would expect him to be a starter, and it's practically who's going to be the other guy on the other side. To me, I think Dotson, in my opinion, is a starting corner.
Nate, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Who's the favorite to take the first snap in the spring at quarterback for Florida State?
Were you even here when the Milton thing? I don't think y'all have been able to give y'all's takes on it.
I've seen it. I've seen the news. I'm excited about the news. I just want to hear Nate's perspective on what's coming next, because how we ended the year, we didn't get to play. I mean, Travis had an up and down year, performed rocky up and down, but had shown that he had capabilities of running Norvell's offense and having some success against opponents that we didn't think that we could compete with.
Mm-hmm.
So with McKenzie coming in,
I don't think that. Sorry to cut you off, but I think that as long as Milton's knee checks out like they think it's going to, I think he's your day one starter.
Okay.
And the caveat for the knee has to. I don't think they bring him in without thinking that he's able to play, and
Okay.
I don't think they bring him in not thinking for him to start. I think that they understand. I think what they did with Jordan Travis speaks to the ability of this coaching staff to get creative with their scheme and what they can do. I think that we saw that Jordan Travis has a ceiling in terms of what he can do in the offense. I don't think that he is a consistent enough thrower in order to be a full-time quarterback. I do think that he has a role on this team somewhere. He's too special with the ball in his hands. You got to figure out how to get him the ball. But I don't think that people are giving enough respect to Chubba Purdy, and I want to see what he can do healthy.
Okay.
We'll see.
So I think that that's really a to be determined question, because there's a lot of health issues.
A lot of variables
right now
a lot of variables that go into it.
It can go a lot of different ways.
I just want to know your opinion on it. I mean, from what I'm sitting, I'm sitting.
I think it's Milton, and then we'll see how unfolds.
Okay, so
they're using him for recruiting. I mean,
he's
healthy.
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying, like,
I think he's good. They're using him. They recruit the newest guy signed Parchment, wide receiver, tags him, getting ready to play with my quarterback. I mean, he's starting. It's just the health reason.
The writing
is
is on the wall. I think the writing is on the wall, and I think talking to a couple of these players, they understand and expect for Mountain to be their quarterback.
And recruits want to play for him or transfer.
I hope he is a quarterback.
I hope he is too. I mean,
flying Hawaiian in there.
I mean,
get him in there.
That's a significant injury, but we saw that. Alex Smith came back from it. Yeah, he's not the same quarterback. He's still.
Does your arm work? Does your shoulder work?
The brain work. Arm work.
That's all I need.
And it's
got a brain
enough to get him in the pocket in the right position.
Got a smart brain. Dustin, run us through the rest of these real quick. We'll jump.
Yeah. So moving on from Jamie Robinson. Florida State's also pursuing a couple defensive linemen. I mentioned Kier Thomas from South Carolina as well, but there's also is it Echo or EQ? But I think it's Echo Leota, DN from Northwestern. The staff started following him earlier this week, and he actually followed Mike Norvell and Adam Fuller today. So I'm sure there's some communication going on there. Syracuse defensive end Owen Carney kind of feels like a backup option at this point if the staff misses out on Leota maybe. A guy that I don't really see Florida State getting because there's going to be a lot of contenders, but LSU tight end Eric Gilbert, Kenny Dillingham has followed him, and a couple other members of the staff as well, support staff. So I'm sure they're reaching out, seeing if there's any interest, especially with how Norvell wants to use tight ends in this offense. I'm sure he'd take another one, especially a guy that was a former 5-star recruit a year ago. But
a guy that's 6'5" and runs a legit 4.4.
Yeah, freak athlete.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
You take that every day, you figure it out.
And then, finally, there's 2 receivers as well. You got San Jose State wideout Trey Walker, who was very productive during his time with the Spartans. He had almost 2,800 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns. So, and also Oklahoma receiver Charleston Rambo, who started 24 games over the last 2 seasons for an Oklahoma team that made the playoffs both years. So obviously that guy, he could be a high quality addition as well. And K-Camp has actually followed Kier Thomas, Jamie Robinson, and Charleston Rambo. So take that as you will. I think we all know who K-Camp is. Makes the commitment graphics for all the guys. And really just going to have to keep monitoring this list. And there's going to be guys that get added to it. What is it, Nate? Florida State has 6 open spots remaining right
left
now.
Well, 5 now if you include Growth House being on scholarship.
Well, but if so, let's say that's going to be a wash with Fitzpatrick going out, so you still have your
right.
What if he don't go out, bro?
Yeah, he's going to have to go out.
Yeah.
What if he don't?
You can't have 2 scholarship kickers. I'm sorry. Something's going to happen there.
Like 2 scholarship, bro. What?
Yeah. But apparently Rambo's down to Carolina and Florida State. Apparently, that's the rumor mill.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'd feel so much better if he came here about our receiver room. We talked about it a few weeks ago, how bare that wide receiver room is looking. Then you get Parchment. You bring in Rambo too. That receiver room is looking so much better.
Hey,
and
Rambo
McLean
is a playmaker.
And McLean.
He's a dude.
He's
That is
a
a
playmaker.
dude.
He's a playmaker.
I like Trey Walker too.
Yeah.
I would honestly, I'd take either one of them. And then if you add Destin Hill from the high school class as well, which Nate, I think you could talk more about about Florida State's chances there. Then it feels like Florida State comes away with a really solid looking wide receiver core entering the 2021 season, especially under Milton as well. I mean,
yeah, I mean, for real quick on Kier Thomas, he was committed to Florida State. He's Matthew Thomas's brother. So
6.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So I think it'd be interesting to see where that goes. I think that Florida State I think people were bitching and moaning about not landing Shelton, but I don't. Florida State was in contact a little bit, but they also did not really pursue. And I think with Thomas, he's a one gap guy, and that's what they want to do on defense. So it's all about fit, and I think that they've been smart in the portal. When you look at the high school ranks, there's really only 2 to 3 guys that are left that they're really targeting. You have the tackle. His name is escaping me. You have Hill. You have Malone.
Austin, UK.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
But
I think that Florida State doesn't feel great about Malone. They want to see what happens, get him on a visit. There's some ties to Texas A&M there. So we'll see how that unfolds. But with Destin Hill, he's got to get him on campus, and that's the challenge right now, is getting him on campus
secretly.
No, not even really, visit wise, or not even just getting him. It's making sure he takes care of what he needs to take care of in order to play football in college.
True.
So,
well, Austin, Last segment here. Obviously, basketball has been all over the place, college basketball as a whole, and I feel like we haven't watched Florida State basketball in a month. It's just been, we're a week and a half
Before
now.
you start, I want to say that Scotty Barnes, that kid, damn.
Can't make a free
Nasty.
throw.
No. Oh.
Shut up, D-Lou. That kid is nasty. Mike,
He's nasty.
with the hot socks, no, he looked like he played back in the 1950s with them hot
I
socks
like,
on.
I like the socks.
But listen, he's out there putting on, he making examples of people. I
Yeah,
like him.
no, he's not. I mean, it's been nasty. It's been fun watching
I like
him.
him.
And
If he was more aggressive, he'd be one of the 10 best players in college basketball.
and you think that will happen? I mean, just
You think
with
he's
a
just
couple more
young?
games.
Yeah, he's just young. He's trying to figure out how to play the point guard position, trying to figure out how to get people involved while still keeping himself involved. That's what Trent Forrest was so great at, was he could get everyone involved, but when we needed a basket, he could get it. Barnes is still figuring that out. We saw that at the end of the Clemson game where he needed to get downhill.
Jesus, but yeah.
Hey, I also will be remiss if I don't mention that Travis Hunter is the best player in the 2022 class.
Oh God, that kid is nasty. Kid is not. But hey, go back to basketball before we go off on Travis Hunter. We can talk about him for 30 minutes. But latest with basketball, Austin. Have you heard anything? What's going on there? It's been a while.
Yeah, so obviously we're under COVID delay. It came out late last Friday that the Duke game was going to be postponed. After we heard Coach K wasn't going to be at the game, we're all thinking, oh, here we go. Florida State's going to win by 15 or 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2 hours later, the game gets postponed because of positive test in Florida State's camp, plus contact tracing. Now we're just in delays. Syracuse game was delayed on Wednesday. Pitt game for Saturday has been delayed. I wouldn't be surprised if the UNC game, like going all the way to UNC next Saturday, is postponed, and then we're looking at maybe Louisville on what's that Monday, the 18th. Yeah, that's likely going to be your first game back.
Wow.
Just because of the way the ACC's been dealing with COVID and what they're making their restrictions do. It's either going to be UNC or Louisville, from what I'm hearing,
Jeez.
which sucks because Florida State needed these games.
Mm-hmm.
Duke, just from a name win, you need that. NC State's a good team. I think we were going to play them on Wednesday. That's a good team. That's a good resume building win. And then Syracuse and Duke, Syracuse has played some good games. They lost to Pitt last night or the night before, but that's a good team. That's another potential resume building win that you could have had on the road.
Yeah.
So it hurts not to have these games right now.
And Dustin, you're not able to go to the Tuck either. Like, what are you doing? Are you all right? Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, hopefully for the next home game. Well, I can't go on the 23rd. That's my grandpa's funeral. So
Hear about that.
hopefully Wednesday the 27th, I'll be able to go for the Miami game.
Send that to me.
Nate's laughing over here after Dustin just laid a sad bomb on it.
I know.
Golly, Nate.
I was just laughing about that.
I'm gonna miss it at my granddad's funeral. Like, whoa,
Jeez.
just gonna slide by that and keep talking. I'm sorry for your loss, bro.
That was a very casual. Yep, can't got a funeral that day.
Well, I was
No, you
just
just
going through my mental calendar.
I got you, Brody.
Sorry for your loss, man. That was a big
Sorry
one.
for your loss, bro.
That was a big one for me to push through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything? Dustin just said what?
What did he say?
You already said.
It was talking about when he was on the toilet, it was hard for him to push through. Austin, is there anything more basketball-wise that we need to be aware of? But NBA.
Yeah, a couple NBA guys to talk about. Trent Forrest played in his first career game. Had his first career points the other night. 2 points just from the free throw line, but congratulations to old Landon Forrest with his first career points. Dwayne Bacon, last time out, 19 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's been killing it for Orlando
Been
so
doing
far.
good.
Polk County.
Mm-hmm.
Been
He had
killing it.
He had that game against OKC of a
Yeah.
week or so ago, where in the fourth quarter he just took over and won the game for Orlando. So
Yeah, we talked about that last week. 18 points, only missed one shot. It's a
Yeah, I
heck of a-
wasn't here,
Heck of a
so-
game. Yeah.
Is
Patrick.
Isaac playing? Is
No,
Isaac playing?
he's out. He's out all year.
Okay, he's out. He's gonna be out all year.
Yeah, they already got the medical hardship for him.
Okay. I didn't. I
Yeah, he got paid though.
Oh yeah, he got his
I
bag.
haven't had a chance to watch him to watch any basketball for real lately since it started. So
Yeah,
I didn't know if he was gonna be able to play this year or not.
Now Orlando's got both him and Markel out for the whole year, which sucks.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
they need both of them
I
in.
just seen his on ESPN. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They both happen the same way too. Both non-contact, just trying to plant. It sucks.
But I mean, that poor kid. I mean, he can't catch a break.
He
Like,
was playing so well this year too. Just
yep,
phenomenal basketball.
aggressive to the rim, aggressive to the rim.
It's the most confident he looked since college.
Yeah. I mean, I think being hurt and then coming to Orlando, being able to rehab, and then having a young team with you, and you're young, and y'all all are playing and learning to play together. I think it's a little bit of extra motivation. I think he was getting his confidence back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree. A couple other NBA guys. Patrick Williams started every game, averaging double figures, 10 points a game.
No.
He got hurt against Sacramento. He's in concussion protocol, so he's day to day. But everything.
Austin, why was he on the bench at Florida State? Why did he come off the bench at Florida State?
Because
and how did that project him into being a first round pick? Like, help me understand how that relates. Like,
he finished games.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who starts for Florida State. If you're in that Final Five lineup, you're a real guy. That's what happened with Fiondu Kabengele. He was finishing games probably sooner than he should have, like against Xavier in the tournament. But if you're in the Final Five for Florida State team that won the ACC, you're a real guy. But with NBA, they're more about potential than the NFL is, because the NBA is a lot of them just draft for young guys, and Patrick's got that frame at 6'8", 6'9", 225, broad shoulders, can jump out the gym, and when you have 8 months of no basketball, he was able to improve his shot so much. Like if you watch him now, his shot is so much faster, it's so much smoother, it's less robotic. He looks like a much different player.
Nice.
See, because I've been comparing him to Kawhi,
and you could see a lot of it. You can see so much of Kawhi in his game. If that's what his career comes out as, he's a Kawhi light. He's a damn good basketball player.
That's crazy. I just didn't understand how that worked like that. Because I've seen people come off bench and stuff like that later in their career, as they get older. But in college, I'm like, they said this kid wasn't even a starter. He just got drafted in the top 4. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I've heard
a lot of NBA fans were like that when he got drafted too.
And now that they've been watching, they're like, this is a guy.
Yeah,
this is
the kid's fantastic. I mean, I watch. Oh, buddy out here putting on the show. Like, oh, he's serious. And then you got 2-4 for the Spurs. When I first watched him play at Florida State, I had no idea who the kid was. The kid went above the rim. Like, he just went head above the rim. Oh, game over.
We all thought he was redshirting when he first came in. Like when he signed, we're like, hey, he's probably gonna redshirt for you because he's this lanky kid. I mean, you think he's lanky now. When he showed up in Tallahassee, he was maybe 160. I mean, he was tiny. But he was lighting up scrimmages. I mean, and this is when like Brian Angola was still there, Dwayne Bacon was coming back and playing pickup. Like guys were still playing, and he was still getting his own buckets.
Recruiting.
And then as the season went on, you're like, we got to play this guy. Like he's just too good not to play. And then he rewarded himself at the end of the year, hit that big shot at the Virginia Tech game in the ACC tournament. And then last year he was just dominant all year.
It's pretty awesome though, watching Florida State guys transition into the NBA. It's been a while since we had some Florida State guys in the NBA.
Starting to load up, man.
We had 8 guys right now.
I mean, it's a lot of them right now. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, when I was at Florida State, we didn't have that many in the NBA. What I'm saying, like we didn't have that many guys that I knew that was that. Yeah, know what I'm saying. We had Carl White. I mean, that's the last one. He was with the Heat last time. Yeah, he was in the NBA.
Yeah, when you were at Florida State, it was probably
Tony Douglas.
Carl White.
I think Al Thornton was still in the league, maybe.
Yeah, we had Douglas, who played in the earlier 2000s, like in the teens. But
now it's just these cats are.
No, it was different. That's what I'm saying. It was different. So it's different seeing and learning about how college basketball works. Because when I was here, we were decent, but Florida State wasn't how we are now. We weren't looked at the same.
And they weren't developing guys to be potential pro players. Like they're developing them to be great college players, but now they're bringing guys that just have so much length and athleticism and can shoot the three. It's a completely different program than what we saw a decade ago.
They're progressing so much faster.
Yeah.
Like Al Thornton was like the last guy, that was really like a freak. Wow. And now Florida State's just producing them.
Thornton was awesome. Thornton was so much fun, and he was someone that got me into basketball. I mean, just watching him play at Florida State, he did so many great things. And then watching the program develop when I was there, the coaches are showing like Cabangeli his tape saying, hey, you need to watch his footwork here and do that. And we saw what happened to Fiano Cabangeli. He got drafted first round.
Yeah. Any more
And
out there? Any more?
Yeah, speaking of Vassell, last game out, 12 points, 3 or 4 from 3. He's going to have a lot more opportunities because I think it was Derek Brown that got hurt for the Spurs. They got someone that's out for like 5 to 6 weeks. So he's going to get a lot more opportunities here. And then Malik Beasley's been freaking killing it for Minnesota, averaging 18 points a game.
I love it. I like that mentality he has right now, man. After the
Hey,
little start of the offseason.
He's got to.
Man,
Like,
I love
after
it.
that offseason, how can you not go out and average almost a dub?
Hey, Logan, you know what we forgot to talk about?
Steph Curry.
No, Leroy Butler, Hall of Fame finalist.
Was he really?
Finally.
Back-to-back years.
Yeah, I was about to say he was last year, and I'm like,
Well, he told you to bring your own notes tonight. You were supposed to bring that.
Who, me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that man. Just get in my head.
God damn.
And then one last basketball note before we get off of here. Everyone's been talking about the West Virginia transfer, Oscar Shibwe. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. Talented kid. I don't think we're going to land him. It kind of seems like he's leaning towards Miami right now. He's from Florida. He's been hanging out a lot in Florida after he left for West Virginia. But he could play right away at Miami just because of how bad Miami is right now. They have no depth at all. Whereas with Florida State, he's not a guy that strikes me as a guy that wants to just play 20 minutes a game.
Yeah. Nah. Too much talent here, baby. We're going to warm up. We're going to get back in the season, hopefully sooner than later. I'm ready to watch some basketball.
Bring it over
Don't worry, baseball's coming up, Carlos. You're going to cover that. You're going to be our number one correspondent for that writing.
Oh, I really could, though. You
podcast.
think it's a game. I'll go watch baseball. Me and my wife will be in the stadium every day.
You better be watching that.
Just watching practice.
Better be watching what she's watching out there. I mean, the chicks are going to baseball games.
Well, my man.
You already got the ring, though, I
Logan,
guess.
Logan, I'm gonna tell you something right
Case
now.
and Beatty. I mean,
Ain't
come
nothing
on,
you
man.
can say
Case
to
and
get
Beatty.
underneath my skin. Hey,
Case
see,
and
mate,
Beatty?
see what he do to us? You
Case
see,
and
fellas, Logan's a bad guy because he feel like the Steelers are gonna lose this weekend.
No, I
He's
don't.
trying to bring us down to
Yeah,
the level.
he's nervous.
No, I don't.
He's really
If-
nervous.
If the
That's all
Browns
he's
weren't
trying
dealing
to
with
do.
COVID issues, he'd be sweating.
No.
That's all he's trying to
Not
do.
at all.
Talking all that shit when they're 11
Get ready.
and 0. Now,
Get ready.
now he's like, oh,
No, I'm not. You get ready. I'm going to be toxic.
They still might lose.
They still might get beat 24-22.
Landon Dickerson just won the Remington Award for the best center in the country. Who wants
Good for
Nate,
him.
let me ask you a question. How does he leave Florida State
Willie
and then
Taggart.
go to Bama and become like some All-American?
Willie
You couldn't block a soul here.
I can answer that, yeah, because you saw the joke
you-
of the program we were.
You
He
couldn't
played football.
block worth a plump nickel, but you go to Bama and you are All-American?
He had talent. He had talent.
Here's my
I just think
thought
the coaching was.
on Landon. I think he's always been talented. He battled some injuries early on, and we all know the coaching that he was getting was probably subpar.
Understatement.
And he was,
We were the ones that broke.
I
the news about
wouldn't
him
say
going there.
often, but he was made fun of
Can I
or
tell you?
challenged for his desire to keep pushing and wanting to get better when his teammates weren't necessarily on the same page. So I think he probably just said, "Fuck it," and I'm out. But
Giving up multiple sacks is called effort on a singular human. I'm talking about as you play. And I'm not talking about what happened inside the house. Inside the house, I agree with you. Yeah, my coach is shitty. I gotta go. Like my teammates on the same thing. I gotta go. But how
we all
one-
know that Bama's got the best air spray and horse steroids out there.
But how does one go from giving up 2 or 3 sacks a game to winning the Remington Award?
Coaching and culture. I think better coaching, better culture, better
You think Willie's?
better
I can't-
strength program,
Willie's
I
culture?
can't-
everything.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't go with coaching. I'm gonna go with culture. I'm gonna go with culture and what you walked into. Because
Now, how many guys has the Alabama's
Oh, no.
offensive line put in the NFL the
I
last
mean,
it
3
don't take
years?
me too much to block nobody one on
I'll
one.
take any of them.
You sat here and said, Carlos, about how back when you were there, about the accountability that each player had for each other. Florida State didn't have that, and Bama has that, and probably
True.
they have that in droves right now. So
True.
he wasn't going to go there and half-ass. It's either step up your game or
Culture. You're right.
just.
He had to change. He had to change.
So I don't know. I think it was about ability. I think it's just a combination of everything.
He went to Bama and started though. Like,
Yeah.
He's always.
No,
been
that
talented,
no,
like
that
I
really
said.
does
Mo-
say though. No, what it does
He
say
started
though.
at every
Our
position
coaches
at Bama.
were trash at that. Like that
Started
means
at tackle,
y'all were
guard, and
so
center.
trash. Y'all were that trash. He went to
And
Bama and won the Remington Award. You sorry sacks
it started at all 5 positions, if I'm not mistaken.
from tackle to tackle.
At some point, he played
Y'all
left
said
tackle, left guard.
y'all picked
Right
on
and
me
left.
because I kept wanting to push, and I
Yes.
wouldn't win a Remington. You losers.
Like,
Hey Dickerson, hats off to you, bro. Congratulations, Dickerson.
Yeah.
You damn sure deserve it, bro.
he turned himself into a day 2 draft pick. You know.
Yeah,
If you hadn't gotten hurt,
yeah.
like maybe round 2.
Yeah, when you win. I mean, when did
Yeah,
Stort
like-
go? When did Stort go?
Wasn't he like 4th round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like-
I remember I was standing inside the Moore Center talking to Coach Coley, and in walks Brian Stork weighing like 230 pounds
You're right,
in high
Austin.
school, and Coley's like, hey, that's going to be the next great center at Florida State. I'm like, no way.
Yeah. Wanna
But-
lie? Stork would come to work in some flip flops,
Yep.
some jeans, and a Salt Life shirt,
It's just
and
work.
then and work and go to
Yep.
work like
Work
9
it.
to 5. Clock in.
I would pay
I
money.
went to class today, but I'm finna clock in right now, and he went to work.
I'd pay money to watch Stork versus Jernigan. I'd pay money right now. I'd pay so much money. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
It would be like watch. The fight would be
Yes.
over quick.
What?
Jernigan would win pretty fast.
Jernigan would. Do you know?
Well,
Jernigan's
okay.
a different
freshman
animal.
camp?
You're
man.
the one that always talks up local.
I
I
know.
thought
amateur.
it'd be a good battle.
Logan,
That'd be
I
a
think
good
the better battle would be Rodney Hudson versus Tim Jernigan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah. Big Rod versus Tim.
He hasn't allowed a sack in how long? Rodney
that would be a
Hudson
Isn't
board
it like
drill all
48 games or something stupid like that?
800
That'd be
some
a battle.
days.
Yeah.
Rodney Hudson
Damn.
hasn't allowed a sack. I mean, that man is Hall of Fame bound.
Yeah, Rodney Hudson's not
He
in
only
the
has-
Hall of Fame.
The only thing, like, I don't know that he's gonna get it because he only has like 1 All-Pro vote for the last 10 years.
because it's
Which is
biased.
insane. Yeah,
Effed up.
because he doesn't
Biased.
have the big name.
Effed
You know how
up.
many pounds he's got?
He's not Jason
Pounces-
Kelsey.
The,
He's
the
not.
Pounces get all pro every other year.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the big name, but he's the best player there, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He only has, I think he only has 1 All-Pro vote for the last 10 years.
So Rodney Hudson versus Tim Jernigan would be fun to watch.
yeah, I'd pay money for that.
I'd take Hudson 9 times out of 10.
Mm,
Hud, you sleep.
no, I think that would.
Hud a beast.
I'm gonna take Tim.
I think it'd be a great
Well,
battle.
how many reps you going? 1 rep, 2 reps, 3?
I'm gonna tweet it
best of
now.
10.
Best of 10?
Out
Best
of 5
of
reps,
10.
five reps. I'm gonna give Hudson.
I'd be
3.
tired.
I think
No,
it'd be
I'm-
32.
I'm gonna
All
give
5
Hudson.
close.
Out of 5 reps, I'm gonna get Hud 1 because it's gonna take him 1 time to block Tim or grab him the wrong way, and Tim's gonna choke him and kill him on the field.
I'm taking Hud. I'm
See,
taking Hud.
We're not talking about game scenario. We talking about practice.
We
So
just
Tim
went
got all the
straight.
freedom to kill him, all the freedom to choke him and DDT him, and I don't think he's gonna stop. So it might turn into a fight. It might just get 1 rep.
Oh my
It might just turn to a brawl.
Did Timmy Jernigan ever do that on practice? I mean,
Yeah.
I know Timmy Jernigan's
I don't
nasty.
think
That's
it-
why
I
I
don't
wore
think it
number
goes
8.
that
That's
way.
why I wore number 8. But I,
Freshman camp, Sterling Lovelady enrolled early in the
Oh
spring.
Lord,
He had
Sterling
been there.
Lovelady.
He kept,
Oh,
listen, so
shit.
he kept blocking Tim after the whistle had passed. Tim grabbed him underneath his shoulder pad with his bicep and flipped him over his head, and then jumped on top of him, started choking him and slamming his helmet back at him into the ground. I'll kill you out here playing with me. Hey, Odell had tapped Vince and said, "Son, you need to go get him." and look, Odell, you want me to go touch him? You want me to go grab him? Man, nah, you got it.
oh, yeah.
Hey, Tim, you might want to stop, man. You're going to get in trouble.
Need to get the deputies. Shit.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm telling y'all.
That's how
Rod
nasty it
is a
was.
Hall of Famer.
Well, that's why
Tim
Sterling
is a
Lovelady
psychopath.
never
Gotta
played.
get the
Okay.
law enforcement out there.
I'm telling you. Rod is a Hall of Famer.
Tim
Tim's a
blood.
psychopath.
But I love Timmy
Tim
Jernigan.
Psycho.
Man, we got to get Timmy
Man,
on it
crazy.
close. You need to reach out to Timmy this offseason. We need to reach out to Timmy. I got to get him on here because I listened to his rap too. I wore number 8 because
Ocho?
of him. Yeah, we got to figure out a way to get him on here. If he follows you on Instagram or something, we got to start using your clout.
I follow Ocho on Instagram. I hit Ocho on Instagram. We talk every now and then. Actually, I talk to a lot of teammates on social media. I mean, me and Freddie talk almost every day. me and Bobby, we talk every now and then. I talk to Eric Beverly every now and then on Twitter. I mean, we socialize. I mean, I think what it is though, I think a lot of guys that are not in the league or not playing ball, I mean, it's different. It's crazy that I'm saying this, but like a lot of people settled into our regular lives now. We have families and stuff, so we communicate on a regular basis, check in, how you doing? And I mean, Keelan Smith, LaMarcus Brutus are two close friends of mine who we talk to every now and then on social media or we text. I mean, so you get to chime in and see how other guys are doing. I mean, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely hit him up and see if he wants to come on the show. Tim was a real good teammate to me. I mean, if I needed to go somewhere, I needed anything, Tim was the kind of guy, if he had it, shirt off his back could be yours. I mean, but to an opponent, I kill you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to tackle you. I don't want the sack.
Yeah.
I want to kill you every play. So I mean, it's pretty cool though. It's definitely pretty cool being able to still connect with teammates.
Real quick, Carlos, was it like when you threw the Miami player? Is that what you did it to Lovelady?
A lot like
that hip toss.
A lot like that. Just like that. Just like phew. Except it was a lot more choking and cussing and bashing his helmet to the ground. Like a lot of stuff. A lot more of that. A lot more of that. Like he was not playing.
Yeah. I
mean, he was not playing. Like there'll be times in practice you be like, "Hey man, Tim, man, I think they're talking about you over there, Tim, man. They say you pie. They say you soft. They say you a pussy. Oh what? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. First play of team run. Hey man, Tim over there choking Ruben Carter. Tim over there choking Ruben, man. Y'all better go get him. Tim choking somebody. Tim got him in the headlock. Hey Tim, quarterback is not live. Like it's not a live period, Tim. Like I mean, he was a guy that went 150 every time, every play.
What I would do to have a guy like that back on a team like this in 2020, I don't think there will be one for a long while, but it's going to be a while.
Who? That's my question to you guys.
Quick take on this.
You guys, who would you want from the 2013 championship team to start your to build your recruiting class?
We're going to do that on the next podcast because we're almost at 2 hours, but that's actually a good topic that we could all discuss. I think that's a good one.
That is one.
Look, he
I already got my name right now.
I already got mine.
Hold on to it. We'll do that next week. We'll have a little teaser for it. You got to listen to the next episode in order to see it. No, that's a good question.
My pick is Carlos Williams.
Oh,
come on! I'm the recruiting coordinator. I'm going to recruit.
What did you say, Dustin, earlier on the phone with me? You said you'd run his ass over. What'd you say?
Yeah.
That sounds like you. That sounds just like you, Logan.
Say it on the phone.
Hey guys, we got to get going, y'all. The podcast is just now ending. Periscope won't let us go live anymore if we keep on talking about this bloodbath I'd put on Carlos Williams and a one-on-one.
We'll do your 3-minute outro and let's get out of here.
Clout chaser, dog.
That's right. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm happy to have everybody back. It makes this for a way better and more fun experience when I'm not just stuck with Austin and Nate. But definitely appreciate everybody for listening. You can listen on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Hit that subscribe button so then you'll be notified every time we go live. We're also looking for a sponsor. So if you're a restaurant, you know any connections with restaurants in town, they can be anywhere really. Let us give you some love on here. I think next week I'm looking to seeing how many views and listens we had. But man, we had a great season last year and starting off to a great year right now. But you can follow us on Twitter at Hear the Spirit. All the guys' Twitter is below if you want to go say what's up to them. We will see you guys always in the Discord. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day and weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Y'all be good.